poppin'? It's Bekah. It's almost midnight, but I just wanted to hop on here and do another little rant because I actually really enjoy them. Today I want to talk about letting people take responsibility of their own actions, thoughts, excuses. Just fill in the blank if you would. Because I used to struggle with this, and I don't think a lot of people know this about me, is I used to take on all these projects and all these issues that people had because I just thought I could save them, and I just thought it would just bring so much joy in my life, and it did for a little while. And like I said, this is totally different from helping somebody that needs help, but it came to the point where I would just absolutely lose myself because I just couldn't take care of myself. I would start blaming myself for if something went wrong in their life, or if they didn't do well, or if they didn't take my advice, or if they took my advice and it went wrong. I was just doing way too much. And then I would just overthink, and then that would lead me to anxiety. And that was my big problem for the good early 20s in my life. Looking back, I think that, like I said, I try to save people, but I think that's why the relationships I was in and the people that I was drawn to was more people that I needed to help. And there's nothing, like I said, there's nothing wrong with helping people. Guys, I'm a nurse, you know what I mean? I'm already an LPN, I'm going to be an RN. So this is my career, and I help people for a living. But I think one thing that I learned the most, especially being a nurse and probably being in my last relationship, is you can't help somebody else if you don't help yourself. Let me just repeat that too. You can't help somebody else that doesn't want to help themselves. Because you can't. You start losing focus on your goal and this and that. You can't even think right. So if you can't think right, how are you going to help somebody else think right or do right or anything or get their thoughts in process? So I think today, one of my friends actually told me this about a year ago. They're like, I'm really glad you stepped back and let other people deal with their problems. And another thing I realized is I was not helping anybody trying to figure it out for themselves. I was actually doing them a disservice, and it was actually harming them because you're enabling people. They have to learn how to do things. We are made to be independent, and like I said, I'm not saying don't help people, people struggle and you got to help them through that. I'm saying that if you're so overwhelmed in other people's problems and you just can't get your own under control, then it's a problem because you're neglecting yourself. And what stems from it is anxiety and overthinking and all that stuff that I said. And that's your body's way of saying hey, I'm over here and I need some help too, So I just wanted to jump on here. It's going to be a short rant because I have to get back to schoolwork and go to sleep because it's almost midnight. But just a little check for you guys, like I said, nothing wrong with helping people, but you gotta let people figure it out, and you gotta let it go. And letting go is not easy. Trust me. Coming from somebody who's so stubborn that you probably wouldn't even think, I'm very stubborn, guys. I have never met anybody more stubborn than me. But again, I have a great heart, so, it is what it is. But don't kill yourself. Don't overwhelm yourself. Let people try to figure it out themselves and take responsibility for their own actions. Because at the end of the day, your actions have your own consequences, whether it's good, bad, or, just whatever consequence. And that's what I want to say tonight and get off my chest. I'm excited for this other podcast coming up. It's going to be a new topic. I think you guys can already guess because I've been posting a little bit about it. But if you can't, then you're going to find out Monday because it's going to be juicy. And I think with you guys, I'm going to open up a lot more, especially towards these rants. These rants are more of what's going on in my life at that moment. Sometimes it's more of the past. This is more of the past. But definitely in the future, I'm going to be talking about, like, what's going on in my life and how I can help you guys. So, well, thanks for listening. And this is Bekah, and I'm popping it off.